This is Mark Campbell, and welcome to Ask the Coach. This month we're addressing an issue from a recently promoted marketing director in a medical device company in North Carolina. He writes, "I have a problem with 3 of my direct reports. They're much younger than I am. And let me tell you, I've been promoted based on my perfectionism, my ability to deliver no matter what. But these 3 guys are driving me nuts. They're much more relaxed than I am around their work habits, their decorum, and their standards of work. What should I do?" Well, the first thing I would recommend to our writer is that he sit down with these folks and have a discussion about his expectations. But before he does this, he needs to understand the culture of the organization. If it's a culture that is very relaxed and informal, then he really needs to design his expectations to fit that culture. If not, he's going to be perceived as an ogre. Once that meeting has taken place, and if the problems continue to exist, there are 3 things that could be going on. One is generational differences. The writer indicates that these folks are a lot younger than him, probably recent graduates of college, and trying to act in the same way they did when they were in college. And that sort of behavior in a business environment can get them in hot water. So his job, when a specific incident comes up where they're out of line in terms of decorum, is to sit down and have a chat about what is expected of them in terms of their language and their behavior in a business environment. The second thing that could be going on is an attitude or a style about how work gets done. So let's ask the question, what is their performance like? If their performance is good, if they're hitting it out of the park, then he needs to lighten up. If not, then they could take a whole different approach of having conversations around specific incidents. The third thing that could be going on is that the perfectionism from the recently promoted director is carrying over into his new job, which is not a good thing. We do not want him to be perceived as a nitpicker. He needs to lighten up. And overall, the most important thing to keep in mind is to go back several centuries and to think of the words of Voltaire. Perfection is the enemy of the good. This is Mark Campbell, and Ask the Coach.